It is never a dull moment in the world of Magic the Gathering. In today's video, we are going to discuss the possibility that Elon Musk would buy Hasbro. We're also going to cover what happened with TCG Player this weekend with all the sales volumes coming in, and maybe a few more surprises in today's video. In case you've missed what's going on in the last 24 to 48 hours, the Moxman's here to break it down for you. Welcome back, everyone. MTG Moxman here. Thank you again for hanging out with me on the channel today. We're going to start with the biggest news item, and then we'll go down to the smaller one, which is going to be TCG Player. But we've got to talk about the possibility of Elon Musk being serious about buying Hasbro. Now, in case you guys haven't been up on the news, Elon Musk is really upset about the state of Dungeons & Dragons. There were some comments made, a few vulgarities spread back and forth. I'm not going to go into the full bit of it. You guys can look that stuff up by typing Elon Musk news Dungeons & Dragons. You will find some conversations. But the one thing I'm going to take note of here right now and share with you is this one simple statement. And don't forget who this is coming from. Take a look at this. How much is Hasbro? Now, let's not forget, Elon Musk, in case you guys didn't know, that man is worth $330 billion. When he makes a comment like, how much is Hasbro? It sends ripples way out into the world markets. Since those comments were made, Hasbro's stock started to climb. Now, before I get to the whole thing about what happens with the stocks at a company like Hasbro, let's go back to the Dungeons & Dragons side of things. Imagine somebody like Elon Musk, who likes Dungeons & Dragons, doesn't like the direction it's going in. He's not a person like most of us who might get angry and kvetch about things. We grumble and we groan, we complain in our little play groups. This is a person who can actually do things about it. This is a person who can buy companies, who can literally fix things he wants to fix because of the net worth. And if he feels like doing it, there's not much anybody can do to stop him. Now, what do I mean by that? Take a look at the actual company. Take a look at Hasbro. If you pause this video and you looked up Hasbro market cap, how much the company is worth, Hasbro market cap right now is around $9 billion. $9 billion. If you're buying a share, at the time I took this video and the recording information, it was $65.15 per share. And that was Sunday at around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. By the time you're watching this video on Monday, you guys can go ahead and take a look and see where the stock is at. Because when a man like that makes a comment like that, stocks start to move. It's happened before. Now, where we get back to that conversation about us making a complaint and then just kind of have to suffer through it, right? We're like, we don't like the direction. Wizards of the Coast keeps raising the box prices of Magic the Gathering. Market cap is $9 billion. He's worth $330 billion. He bought Twitter for $44 billion. That was a bigger deal. This is 1/4 that cost. And here's the really scary thing for you guys out there. Whether you're a pro or a con Elon Musk type person, I don't care. I'm looking at the money. That's all I care about, not the politics behind it. I care about the money. The fact he can do it tells you all you need to know. Because if he wants to make a change, he can do it. If he wants to buy it, he can buy it and do what he wants with it. He owns it at that point. Every childhood toy from G.I. Joe, Transformers, all the way through to Magic the Gathering, Dungeons & Dragons, he owns it all. That is something most of us can only dream. To be able to go in and fix something we think is broken. Can you imagine if I could go in and do what I want with Magic the Gathering? If I could go in and do what I want with Transformers, G.I. Joe, or yes, even Dungeons and Dragons as a second edition player back in the day, I loved the game, but there was parts I hated. I didn't like psionics. I didn't like how they did some of the stuff. But all I could do was groan and complain about it and ignore parts of it. He can change it. Whether you like it or not, somebody with that net value can just change it. Doesn't mean he's going to, but the fact he asked the question has everyone on edge. People are losing their minds. There are people like just freaking out over what he said. The idea that he could just buy it. And there's not much anybody could do to stop him. So, that's what's going on with Elon Musk right now. But if you want any more, just look up the Elon Musk news, Dungeons and Dragons. You'll find tons of stuff out there with all kinds of like subreddits and people freaking out and melting down. And I'm just going to bring it back to this little focal point here. He's worth a lot of money. He can do it. And there's not much anybody can do to stop him if he truly desires it. When you're at that level of net worth, trying to block somebody like that over a toy manufacturer, the government's not going to step in and help you. Anyway, let's jump to the second part. TCG Player. Now, TCG Player has had deals before, and a lot of players look forward to these deals each and every year. Here's the deal. 10% off in-store credit. So you buy a $100 card or $100 worth of cards, you get 10 bucks back. It sits there, and you can use it later on. If you're a subscriber to their channel, you get 13% kickback. Nice, right? And this leads to a bit of an issue. Now, to get to that issue, let's go to Black Friday. There wasn't a lot of deals locally that I knew of that attracted a lot of players. There just wasn't enough out there that players were interested in. And I heard this over and over again. And a lot of stores I know were just trying to clear out some leftover stuff, but it didn't get the appeal. People were not interested. So a lot of money is sitting there in your hand. You're wondering, what am I going to buy? This isn't what I want. You know what? I think TCG Player has a deal on. Let me take a look. So now all these people who didn't buy elsewhere go onto a site like TCG Player, start shopping around. You start finding cards you want. And you start putting them into your shopping cart. Remember the cute little cart they have right there? You get the cart. You finally get ready to check out. And it says promo or in the things. You know you're getting the 10% off. But if you're a person who's buying $500 in cards, that's a $50 little coupon you get at the end to use for future sales. Guys, in some cases, that's like 23% off a beat up dual land. It's a decent amount. And that's where people put a lot of their money. Now, this is where things get a little bit bad for TCG Player. Because in case you guys didn't know, if you didn't shop there, you probably didn't experience this, but their website kept crashing. There was people trying to check out that could not check out. That's what happened to me. I was only trying to buy 5 cards. 5 reserve list cards. And every time I tried, it wouldn't let me check out. It just hung there in the air. Couldn't do anything about it. Now, eventually, after you reloaded the website multiple times or found your little window, your little nook and cranny to get through the system, your sale finally went through. You finally got to purchase the cards you wanted. Now, again, remember, a decent discount attracts a lot of people. But obviously there was enough people who couldn't find deals elsewhere that they put that money they'd saved up looking for something and they went shopping on TCG Player and it crashed everything down multiple times. The good news is I think most people got the cards they wanted, unlike a similar situation we saw with the Marvel Secret Lairs, right? Where people were so angry and upset that some people I know are never buying Secret Lairs again. They're so upset at the idea that they couldn't get it and that there was people cheating. See, the customer experience is a very important thing, and I hope TCG Player learns from this. It was a good, decent deal they were offering. Because then you can go looking for whatever you want, and chances are, if you're looking for singles or even sealed product, you're going to find it on TCG Player from some vendor somewhere. Some online seller linked to them has it and will ship you what you're looking for. And now you get the savings, you get a kickback on the coupon. It's great. Now, going forward, I think a lot of players are going to do it right away. I think next year they may just go directly to TCG Player if they offer a similar deal. I hope they do, because there was some pretty good cards being offered from a lot of different vendors to pick up exactly what you're looking for. And yes, I do appreciate all the emails and stuff I got Some of you guys bought some amazing reserve list cards. It was just sick to see some of those awesome cards going into people's decks for some completion you were trying to do. Amazing. But I hope TCG Player does learn from this, that the customer experience can be ruined. That experience can be ruined for people if they can't get the cards they want and be able to check out in a seamless way. I'm sure it's just an overflow of traffic, but there was a lot going on that day, right? The day I tried to do it, it just kept happening over and over again. I called some friends, and one person had no issues, another person was still waiting to get through because it just kept hanging in the air and kept crashing, had to reload, repurchase the cards, and put them all back into the cart. So we'll see what happens. You guys, I hope, can drop some comments in the comments section. If you bought on TCG Player, let me know how your experience went. I'd love to get a good smattering of comments about that. And then, of course, with Elon Musk, I'd love to hear what you guys think about this, the possibilities. In case I missed anything, let me know. Thanks again for hanging out with me on the channel today. A reminder, if you enjoyed today's content, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. Turn on that notification bell, and we will see you guys tomorrow. Awesome days. Hey guys, a big shout out and thank you to the fantastic patrons of my channel. Because of those patrons, daily uploaded content comes to YouTube every single day. And of course, my YouTube membership members and the patrons, they make it happen here, guys. If you're my supporters, making sure this stuff comes down the pipeline, guys, I appreciate you each and every day. I will see you soon. Have an awesome day in the world of Magic the Gathering. Okay. Now, I'm doing a double video back-to-back just because how busy the weekend is. You see I'm wearing the same shirt. This was actually all filmed Sunday, Saturday night late. So for all I know, other content creators are going to jump on the Elon thing, but I still have to talk about it because it's very interesting to see how that breaks down with the whole market cap and the idea of somebody doing this. Because I could think of me and how the things I would want to change if I had the money to make it happen. The thing is, people out there, they don't think it can really happen. But for somebody like that, it's a chunk of money, but it's not impossible. And that just freaks people out. Imagine you could go and buy the company that created your favorite toy, your favorite book, created by your favorite author. You can just own the rights to everything. Why wouldn't you be a kid in a candy store and get the things you want? Crazy stuff. Anyway, this was the Ramble Jamble, brought to you by the patrons. You guys know it's you.